Thank you very much. My name is Boudewijn Mos. I'm the co-founder of EcoChain Technologies, and I'm here not only on behalf of EcoChain but also announcing the partnership between EcoChain and RemoKey. Most likely you've heard of RemoKey before. One of the things that we see in the market, and I've been very much inspired by the talks of today and yesterday, and we see that there's a huge demand for transparency. But the problem with transparency, especially for brands and their suppliers, is you need to control your data in order to actually provide transparency. So there's a huge need to actually actively steer on sustainability data. And we also talk about this transition towards a circular economy. But the main question is, what do I do and how do I do it as a brand owner or as a supplier? How do I tap in on this circular potential, and what's the business case behind it? So there's a huge demand to really tell the real story. And I've been very much inspired also by the community of Prato. I come from Amsterdam and I was not aware of the really good stuff that's happening already. But what we see a lot of times is that it's very difficult to actually communicate the great results that have been achieved so far. So how do I connect all these circular initiatives that I've been doing for all these years? How do I actively communicate this to my consumers or to my customers in general? So what we did with EcoChain is 6 years ago we started to build a platform and actually we are the first platform in the world that's capable of quantifying sustainability through life cycle assessment. So make a footprint of a product. And we do it a little bit differently than traditionally. So we don't assess one single product, but we are the first ones in the world that can actually assess the entire product portfolio of a business. And it works like a network. So you can invite your suppliers to do exactly the same as you did. So assess all the products simultaneously, and we vertically integrate all these data points across the entire value chain. So this is how we make the supply chain transparent, so you can actually see where is my biggest opportunity to become more circular. And the interesting part that we see in this industry, that there's a huge potential and a huge hotspot in the use of virgin materials. So with working together with Remo, we can actually tap in on a huge amount of suppliers of recycled fiber suppliers who can actually significantly reduce the footprint of the end products. But of course, then there is the big need of how do I communicate this to my stakeholders? How do I communicate and involve my customer actually, to show him the great results of all the initiatives that we have been doing? And that's exactly what we do with EcoChain and Remo. So how it works, EcoChain is implemented per factory location. So you implement as a brand owner or as a supplier, you implement EcoChain, you do all the analysis, and you can invite your supplier to do the same. And then by getting this transparency in the supply chain, we invite Remo to see what are the results of changing from virgin fibers to recycled fibers. And we see a huge decrease in the environmental footprint by tapping in on this circular economy. And once you have inserted these Remo yarns, we can then communicate through QR codes the environmental results towards the consumer. So what we actually do is we help brands, the next slide, we can help brands communicate the sustainability claim. So if Greenpeace comes along, we ensure that the underlying scientific validated methodology can be used to really prove the claims that you're making. So the consumer is now getting real and accurate information about all the circular effects that you have been engaged in, and also the effects that actually happen as a result of using recycled yarns. So the QR code is put into the end product, and as you scan it, you as a brand owner will be able to quantify the results in, for instance, a CO2 reduction, into a water reduction or an energy reduction as a result of the sustainability effects that you have been doing. So actually recycling will make sense. So For TCBL and just for the textile industry in general, we have a freemium subscription, so you can invite your suppliers for free to become fully transparent on the full environmental effects. And by this, we can really show the industry best practices and share, for instance, in an anonymized way, benchmark data. And especially for brands, we have a program to help you build supplier development programs, create transparency, and tap in on the circular potential of your value chain. So, in short, if you have any questions, I'll be in the back together with my partner, and please feel free to tick me on the shoulders. Thank you.